Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Last time on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure we had Mirror Man and Purple Smoke, where the fight at Pompeii continued. Aureo got split, kind of. Half of him in the real world was him, the other half was Moody Jazz, and the reverse was in the mirror world. Giorno poisoned himself so that he could poison the dude, and then he made a snake to cure himself, and then Purple Smoke killed the guy, and Aureo lost his hand. So, it was a whole lot of stuff. You could probably tell that something's a bit different today. I've got the curtains closed, and I've got a giant fan sitting next to me. It's 79 degrees in here, and I am dying. I am dying. Our AC is on the fritz, and it's going to be a few days before they can fix it. And not just fix it, but I mean, they've got like a lot of work to do. And until then, the highs have been in the hundreds. So while we are lucky that it's only at 79, it's still at 79 degrees in the house. We're used to 72, so it is hot. So I don't care if this catches on the audio or not. This fan stays next to me for this whole reaction. You can probably see that I've been getting progressively worse if you've been watching the Cowboy Bebop and Prison Break reactions from this week. So, yeah, it is getting progressively hotter and hotter in here, and I am dying. So, but that is not going to stop me, for some reason, from watching fucking JoJo. So let's try to get ourselves into a better mood, and let's jump right into this episode. Reaction is down in the description and in the pinned comment for your viewing pleasure. So let's just get started, shall we? Well, at least my mood improved once we got into the episode. Interesting stuff. Very, very interesting. And good thing I have this. If it wasn't for this and the ice-cold water that I'm drinking, I'd be old as crap too. That's hilarious. Okay. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Man, how does Giorno figure this shit out, man? This is crazy. Alright. So, interesting stuff. Oh, I guess we should look up the guy. Now, I swear to God, the guy's stand name, I'm pretty sure because I've seen the episode titles. If I'm correct, yeah, it's Thankful Death. Oh, yeah. Thankful Death, which I'm pretty sure is a reference to the Grateful Death, which that's a good mix. I like that. So, here, let me open myself up a bit towards this way so I'm more directly in this fan. Is so friggin' hot in here, man. Okay. So I'm gonna look up the other guy. I guess I could look up Pesci at the same time. Let's see. Or the Grateful Dead. Or Thankful Dead. Okay. It's not death, it's dead. Sorry. Alright, stand of Prosciutto. Alright, dub voice Bill Millsap. Nothing. Well, that's a shame. And then the other guy. Pesci is voiced by Joe Hernandez. And nothing. Well, that was productive. Nothing. Oh well. Okay, so interesting stuff. So we got the key to get to. Now the episode says express train to Florence. I'm gonna guess that whatever the name they were saying is the Italian version of the word, which is why sometimes it's Naples, sometimes it's Napoli. And, sometimes it's Rome, sometimes it's Roma. So they're generally going with the Italian version of the name. Makes sense. So, but they're off to Florence. Florence. Who names a boy Florence? Sorry. Anyway. But yeah, which is interesting. And then they've got a turtle. Alright, I kind of like this. The turtle, this is the stupidest friggin' thing. Well, so maybe it's a little too soon to say that, but we've got the turtle whose stand is an alternate dimension or something. It's just a room, basically. A room that, a room in another dimension. I mean, basically, it's bigger on the inside in this turtle. And, it's bigger on the inside. And, yeah, they were just going to chill out there. But then they've got this, the Thankful Dead going through. And so, yeah, our 2 new enemy stands. We've got Thankful Dead, or Grateful Dead. I guess we could look up what is Fisherman supposed to be. Let me see. So his stand is supposed to be called Beach Boy. It's a fishing pole. Fisherman probably works a bit better. One thing I will say is that, you know, as part 5 goes on, the names are kind of getting worse. Where, like, there's so many, like, man. Like, we had Mirror Man, Zipper Man, Fisherman. I swear we had something else, you know? Like, it's, I don't know. There's a lot of that. And I don't know. Like, Thankful Dead. Like, that's funny. That's a good dub name. But, I don't know. Sometimes they're just not that great, you know? Oh, well. But yeah, so his stand is just a fishing rod. So even if he hooks Mista, I mean, I guess the trouble is if he hooks Mista, then I assume pulling him through the walls and crap would kill him, because otherwise this isn't really that big a threat, because if he just pulls Mista to him, Mista has a gun, so I don't know. Like, this is the Hitman team. And they really seem to be incompetent, you know? Like, they're not bad, but, like, I don't see the menace of them, you know? Like, they're kind of all just a sort of a band of screw-ups that are being easily bested by a bunch of teenagers. Not Bucciarati. His teenagers that he employs, you know? And, like, they're not terrible stands at all, but I don't know, when I hear the Hitman team, like, okay, so they gotta have some dangerous stands, and it's like, I don't know, they're pretty easy to figure out. Giorno easily figured out the whole body heat thing, you know? I don't know. Yeah. And the aging and the fishing pole, those are the two where I'm really like, okay, these are like the big Hitman team threatening stands, a fishing pole and a haze. I can see the application, but this is the Hitman team, you know? They get a hit, and a Hitman is supposed to be subtle, which is something they've never been. These people are not subtle. You know, when Formaggio just exploded a car out of a dude, it's like, that's not subtle. That's not what a Hitman does, you know? So, I don't know. They're just such a strange batch of folks, basically. But they're not bad. So, yeah, I don't know. But I guess I can see the application of these. You know what I also wonder? Like, I like how they figure out, like, okay, the cold basically will cure you and make you young again. Okay, cool. But I was honestly thinking, like, oh no, he's like losing his energy's being drained. Narancha's energy is being drained and he's getting old. Like, okay, well, if only we had a stand that could pump somebody full of energy, of life energy. Like, I kind of figured that the solution would be that Golden Wind would be able to keep them alive, you know? I mean, in a similar manner to Hamon, honestly. Like, there's so many similarities between Golden Wind's power and Hamon that, honestly, honestly, if you want to talk about, like, oh, what's the stand version of Hamon, like, I definitely get Hermit Purple being that, but honestly, I think Golden Wind is right there, too. And hell, even, I mean, Shining Diamond to an extent was as well. Like, those three stands have definitely... you can see the roots still in Hamon, you know? And I like that has kept going, but I thought that. It's the same way of, like, last episode, I meant to mention this, I kind of put it into in the description of last episode, but, you know, the whole thing with Hamon, you could get rid of the virus from Purple Smoke, you know? Because they said, like, oh, well, the sunlight will dissipate it very quickly. It's like, well, Hamon can do that if only we still had that. But honestly, I still think that if you want, like, what is the stand version of Hamon, Golden Wind is definitely a candidate. And yeah, just with the pumping full of life energy sort of thing. Like, I kind of figured that would be it, but instead it's cold. Which is fine. But yeah. So, again, Fisherman. He has a fishing pole. He's a hitman. How do you hit someone with a fishing pole? Like, I don't know. I guess we need to see. I guess I need to wait and I need to see. But it's like, you're the hitman team. I thought you'd have deadlier stands. You know? Kind of none of them have had deadly stands. Like, I kind of get... Like, the most that makes sense, I think, is Mirror Man. Because it's like, well, he can drag you into another dimension where you don't have your stand, you can't have any of this, and then he kills you. Like, okay, I can see that. That works, and it's subtle because you're being dragged into another dimension. That works. But then, like, and I guess maybe Thankful Dead, but... I don't know. That's only if it happens to be hot, which, I mean, I guess, oh, hey, it's in Italy, so, you know, Italy, it's a warm country, but still. But, I mean, if anybody just happens to be drinking... If anyone just happens to be drinking a cold beverage in Italy, then they kind of, you know, they're kind of immune. And nobody else on this train was drinking something cold? Really? I don't know. But hey, they figured it out, and now Mista is off to go kill them. So there's at least that. Mista's off to go kill him, so yeah, but he got hooked. He got hooked, so we'll have to see how he's going to deal with that next time, basically. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. We'll just have to figure out what happens next time. And with any luck, hopefully next week the AC will be working perfectly again, and I will not be sitting here a steaming, miserable lump watching JoJo. So, but when am I not that? Anyway, I kid. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Short discussion, but hey, meh. It was good. It was fine. I don't know, like, especially when people tell me, like, oh, the Hitman team, they're, like, fan favorites. Like, oh, I mean, they're goofy, but I don't know. They're kind of incompetent. Like it's no wonder they're sort of, like, at the bottom of the Familia, but then again, they're the Hitman team. I thought a Hitman team would be a lot better than this, you know? Like, if there's an entire team of, like, Agent 47, like, that's horrible. Like, that's a force to be reckoned with. These really aren't. This is just sort of a gang of screw-ups, so I don't know. Anywho, with all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around to any of those. There's a playlist for all of my JoJo's Bizarre Adventure reactions, as well as another video that you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.